One of the most famous journalists in the United States is Carl Bernstein, who is made famous for exposing Watergate and bringing down a president of the United States. On the Morning Joe show with Joe Scarborough, Bernstein candidly said that the insane Iraq War was created by the, quote, Jewish neocons. Watch this clip.
This was an insane war that brought us low economically, morally. We went to war against a guy who had absolutely nothing to do with 9/11. It was a total pretext. It's inexplicable. And there you go to Cheney, there you go to Bush, there you go to the Jewish neocons who wanted to remake the world. Maybe I can say that because I'm Jewish, and to bring about a certain result in the Middle East.
I'm not really sure that you can.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure that you can.
Go ahead.
It'd be much worse if a Southern Baptist said that. But I think actually some would accuse you of Bush derangement syndrome there, that there was this grand conspiracy of the neocons, and you said Jewish neocons, that they somehow went to war on a pretext for the state of Israel.
You know, after the Romans conquered the Mediterranean, their subjects obviously could not openly criticize their rulers. Of course, a Roman could say more truthful but disquieting things about the Romans, which no subject or slave could dare say. So I'm thankful for the honesty of Carl Bernstein. Bernstein says what I've been saying for years, that the Iraq War was a Zionist war, based on lies, fought only for the interests of Israel and Zio-globalism. The treason was possible because Zionists control the most powerful media in America. They have the richest and most powerful lobby in AIPAC. Does it not seem strange to you that the most powerful lobby in the American Congress is a lobby for a foreign nation, not a domestic issue? They dominate political fundraising, and they almost have unlimited funds from their huge international predator banks such as Goldman Sachs. All these forces converged to produce the disaster of the Iraq War. The Pentagon says that hundreds of thousands of Americans have suffered traumatic brain injuries in this war for Israel. Thousands have had limbs amputated, been blinded, or burned horrifically. Every one of these brave Americans has been betrayed. The war has cost the American people trillions of dollars. The war has resulted in the death or injury of over 1 million people in Iraq, including hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children, innocent people killed for lies. And this evil war has spawned hatred and made Americans unsafe at home and anywhere around the world. I'm called an anti-Semite for telling the truth, but I'm not an anti-Semite any more than is the Jewish Mr. Bernstein. Speaking truth is not anti-Semitic. What I am is pro-American and pro-human rights, and I believe no American should die or be maimed because of traitors who have seized control of our nation. I don't believe that the Zio-Fed and the Zio-predator banks like Goldman Sachs should be able to steal trillions of your dollars. In one way, I'm unlike Mr. Bernstein. I spoke out openly and forcefully against the war even before it occurred, as I speak out against the coming Iran war. Mr. Bernstein's Zio-owned newspaper, in its subsidiary Newsweek magazine, literally before the war, crowed about the fact that the U.S. government tried to prevent my media appearances by threatening independent media networks with loss of White House credentials if they simply dared to interview me and my expose of the Zionist approaching Iraq war. I believe the day is coming when many more people than myself or Mr. Bernstein will speak about the critical issues facing America and facing the world. There is no greater threat to America and all of humanity than the threat of Zionist globalism. In my upcoming book, The Zionist Conspiracy, the ultimate racist threat to America and all mankind, I quote many others of the new elite who in their chutzpah say things that too many of us are afraid to even repeat. But more of us are awakening every day. Join me in my daily radio show on the Rinse Radio Network and on international satellite. And be sure to read The Zionist Conspiracy. I speak out so that you can speak out. Together, we can change the world.